Hi friends, it's been a while since I've done a shave, but I'm back in the den and ready to do some more, and thank you for coming. Today's shave is brought to you by RazoRock's Black Bay. It's a, as you might guess, well, you probably wouldn't have a clue, but it's a bay rum scent. I'll be finishing up with my Dog from Every Town bay rum, and we're using Frank Shaving's Macy's. This is from when it was contracted by the Friendship Shaving group on Facebook, and it's a honey, and we are scraping things off with a razor that's not gotten as much love as it deserves, or I don't know, I haven't used it but a few times. This is a gold dollar, believe it or not. It's a great big honking one. Got a little wave here in the back. It's a GDW-62. They even gave it a number. I didn't know how to keep track of it, so I just wrote it on the back here. It says it's dated 1996, but I think I bought it long after that. Now, I keened it up with the Jasper. It was already pretty sharp, but I gave her a few strokes with the Jasper and the Tomonagura slurry until it got sticky, and it came in and stropped the bejeebers out of it. Only because I'm not, like I said, I haven't used it very much. I'm not real certain about how good or bad the steel is. I presume it's okay, good steel, because we use gold dollars all the time. Still, it ain't Swedish, so I don't know. But it's popping and sharp right now, at least in static testing. Oh yeah. He's doing the job. It's a big razor and very thick at the spine here. This part is real heavy, so it affects the geometry of the shave, or of the bevel. It's a full ground, but it sure doesn't feel like it. It feels like a wedge. I think it's because, despite the fact that it's a full ground, it's got a different angle of geometry, and it behaves more wedge-like. I'm not a huge fan of wedges. Only because I think my confidence in them, as far as my technique, I don't know if my technique is good enough to stay with the wedges without causing myself grievous bodily injury. And because I routinely talk to you guys while I'm shaving, I have to be able to do it pretty much on muscle memory, and it's doing pretty good. It's a little whoop-de-doo on the edge itself, as far as the shape of the blade, is caused a little irritation right there. Shaved that spot a little closer than the rest. So I think I may have to do some key corrections. If this thing's going to see a lot of use. Or even if I go to sell it to somebody, I'm not going to sell them a death razor. But it goes up several thousandths. It's going pretty smooth in this part. And then it goes whoop. Has a nice bump right there. And then it comes back down. And well, you may or may not see it, but there's a nice cornrow that it took out there. I'm going to shave the rest of the way with it. But I gotta speed things up a bit so that you don't have to hear me drone on. Right back. Yeah, that pass didn't take too long, did it? Gotta finish up here with Thayer's Lemon real quick. Did the second pass, but just the front half of that blade. I'm convinced that the blade there's really not too much wrong with it. I think it's really me technique, this thing. Or it caught in a couple of other spots. It's mostly user error, I think. I'm gonna give myself a little bit of the 2-in-1. And we'll finish off with my dog from every town. Bay rum, which I like a lot. I like bay rum, and I got a whole bunch of them. Well, I've got a lot volume-wise. I got a couple of quart bottles of bay rum early on in my career, and I still have them. And every time I get a different take on a bay rum, and I like it or don't, it ends up in this bottle here. And so I've got a whole bunch of different variations, and the average of them all ended up being pretty good. There's an actual recipe that's got somebody took the time to come up with bootleggers bay rums, but because mine didn't have a recipe, I don't know what's in there. I couldn't call it a bootlegger, so I called it a dog from every town. The soap worked out real well, as you would expect from a RazoRock product. It's a very green color, and it comes out as a pale green. You probably can't tell in this lighting, but looking at the leather is kind of a pale green. And then I said we talked about the aftershave. The razor itself, I got this at the same time. I've got a wicked looking thing from a Gold Dollar. It looks kind of like a batleth, and this one's kind of more traditional looking in shape, other than being, I think 6/8 is in width. I'm not going to say depth, but I'm going to have to do a little work on the geometry of this blade. Oh, it's got a chip taken out of it. That's the deal. Was that me? Did I do that? No, it was a piece of skin, because I just brought it back. Well, we'll get that fixed and we'll try her again. At any rate, thank you so much for coming to join me for this shave. I'm Major Rich, and you'll find me at the Shaving Cadre. Remember, old guys rule, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye. As a postscript to that, I had my microphone on, and the whole time I never plugged it into the dadburn whoop-de-doop here. So, if the audio was funny, sorry about that. Bye-bye.